Welcome to your inbox last night. I'm Michelle Tivy, and today is Monday, February 17th, 2025. While most of you were enjoying a well-earned long weekend, I was hard at work, sifting through the fintech noise to bring you the stories that actually matter. I mean, who needs President's Day sales when you can spend the holiday obsessing over CFPB drama, real-time payments, and stablecoins, right? Today, we're diving into the latest on the Treasury and the CFPB under Musk. Spoiler alert, the financial regulatory world is looking more like a reality show every day. Then we'll cover the biggest stories from trusted news sources, get into the ever-chaotic world of crypto and Web3, highlight some must-read Substack insights, and finish strong with AI in fintech. So, whether you're sipping your morning coffee or wondering why you ever signed up for a fintech newsletter in the first place, stick around. There's plenty to unpack. All right, let's start with the government, where it seems like financial oversight is getting a Musk over. The CFPB under Musk. Regulators or reality show stars. Federal judge grants DOGE access to sensitive data. The New York Post reports that a federal judge has ruled in favor of Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, granting it access to sensitive financial data from the Departments of Labor, Health and Human Services and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB. This decision comes despite opposition from unions and nonprofits concerned about data privacy. Judge temporarily halts mass firings at CFPB. According to Politico, a federal judge has temporarily blocked the Trump administration from proceeding with mass terminations at the CFPB. The order also prevents acting CFPB Director Russ Vought from defunding the agency, ensuring the preservation of its data and ongoing operations. Wrap up, financial industry faces uncertainty amid CFPB unraveling. Reuters highlights that the Trump administration's abrupt dismantling of the CFPB has left the financial sector in a state of confusion. While some industry players criticized the agency's regulatory reach, its sudden closure has created a regulatory void, raising concerns about enforcement and consumer protection. Now, let's take a step back from the political drama and look at what the heavy hitters in finance and payments have been up to. Because if there's one thing we can count on, it's that banks never take a long weekend. BNP Paribas and BPCE form payment processing joint venture. Reuters reports that BNP Paribas and BPCE have established a Stream, a joint venture aiming to become one of Europe's top 3 payment processors. A Stream will handle 17 billion transactions annually, positioning itself as a leader in France, with a 30% share of card payment volumes. Coinbase surpasses earnings expectations amid crypto trading surge. Reuters notes that Coinbase reported higher than expected fourth quarter profits, driven by increased trading volumes in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. The surge is attributed to optimism surrounding pro-crypto policies under President Donald Trump's administration. JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and BofA face lawsuit over Zelle fraud. The Associated Press reports that the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has filed a federal lawsuit against JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America. The suit alleges that these banks failed to protect consumers from fraud on the Zelle payment network, resulting in over $870 million in consumer losses. Speaking of things that move faster than regulators can keep up with, let's talk crypto and Web3. The crypto casino is booming. Coinbase is the winning house. Barron's highlights that Coinbase Global has experienced a 52% increase in shares since October 31, outpacing Bitcoin's 37% rise. This growth is attributed to optimism that President Donald Trump will bolster the U.S. status as a crypto hub. Why stablecoins will entrench dollar supremacy. Reuters discusses how dollar bank stablecoins are likely to reinforce the US dollar's dominance in international finance. Despite initiatives like BRICS Bridge aiming to challenge the dollar, stablecoins offer real-time global payments and are projected to further consolidate the dollar's role. Can Robinhood catch up with Coinbase? Popular fintech analyzes Robinhood's expansion into the crypto market, noting that while it remains smaller than Coinbase, its loyal brokerage customer base and potential acquisition of Bitstamp could help it scale rapidly. The real competition may emerge with the rise of securities tokenization. Now, let's step into the minds of some of the smartest fintech thinkers out there. Because while the mainstream headlines get the attention, the real insights often live in the indie newsletters. Deep Dive: How BaaS is Creating the Next Wave of Fintech Giants. Fintech Wrap-Up explores how banking as a service, BaaS, is enabling brands like Walmart and IKEA to embed financial products directly into their ecosystems. This shift allows non-financial companies to offer payments, lending, and banking services seamlessly, reshaping the financial industry. What's your stable coin strategy? FinTech Brain Food emphasizes the growing importance of stablecoins in the financial sector. With a market cap of $220 billion and $2,500 billion moved in the last 30 days, stablecoins are becoming integral for global transactions, especially in regions with high inflation. And finally, we couldn't possibly wrap up without talking about AI. Because if a bot hasn't replaced part of your job yet, just give it a minute. Announced at Leap 2025, the next step for Saudi Arabia financial innovation. The FinTech Times reports on Leap 2025, an event in Riyadh highlighting Saudi Arabia's commitment to financial technology and digital transformation. Key discussions included AI-driven financial services, investment platforms, and strategic partnerships aimed at accelerating financial services in the region. And for you industry gossip lovers, it's time for our very own industry insider, Mr. X.
Lean in close, friends, because today's whisper is about a game as old as finance itself, the grand illusion of savings. You see, the numbers on the spreadsheets tell one story, but the balance sheets of power tell another. A certain well-worn trick in politics and finance is this: redefine what savings means, move the goalpost, and then present it as a fiscal miracle. In the latest maneuver, policymakers have dangled a dazzling narrative: massive budget savings, economic efficiency, and leaner government. But scratch beneath the surface, and what do we find? A carefully constructed mirage, designed not for actual economic health, but for the concentration of power, the gutting of oversight, and the quiet erosion of consumer protections. Take a look at the recent push to dismantle financial watchdogs under the guise of efficiency. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, once a thorn in the side of powerful interests, it's now being restructured, rebranded, and quietly neutralized. The savings? A cool few billion on paper. But in reality, the cost will be measured in predatory lending, unchecked fraud, and an entire system tilting further toward those who already own the casino. And then there's the banking sector, which cheers regulatory rollbacks while quietly preparing for the fallout. Some of the sharpest minds in finance, those who've been through 2008, through the great tightening, through the cycles of boom and bust, are already positioning themselves for the inevitable consequences. The question isn't if this manufactured savings push will crack, but when, and who will profit when it does. So, dear reader, don't be fooled by the polished press releases and the well-rehearsed speeches. If history has taught us anything, it's that when savings are announced at the top, someone else is paying the bill. And Mr. X will be here to tell you who. Until next time, stay sharp, stay skeptical, and follow the money.
And that's a wrap for Your Inbox Last Night. I'm Michelle Tivy, and if you enjoyed this episode, if you love fintech gossip, regulatory drama, and hearing someone else read all the news so you don't have to, do me a favor, like, subscribe, and share this with your fellow payments and fintech nerds. The algorithms may be run by AI, but let's show them who's boss. Until next time, keep those inboxes clear and your fintech insights sharp. See you tomorrow.